Hey guys, it's me, Devin. If you like the videos and you never want to miss them, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. Make sure you have all notified, because I'm sure you don't want to miss what I have to give you. I'll see you guys around.
Also, if you want some Shizu merch from My Hero Origins, then go check out the link below for my store, where I sell many different designs for FTO, SNO, and Olympus. And most importantly right now, MHO. So go and check that out now.
Oh yeah, you better be ready for 2 F-bombs, because they are dropping in this episode. Beware. I gotta make it to class. This is not gonna hold me down. Well, that's great. Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay. Oh, this is tougher than it looks. All right. One more set of stairs. Oh. All right. I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Catch my breath. That is really tough. That is super tough. Alright, enough sitting around.
Obviously not fair. Despite that, Hero Team came out on top. I'm very impressed. The villain team should have really used their numbers to their advantage. Oh!
Huh?
Oh my god!
Welcome.
I made it!
Shizu?
Finally here!
Shizu?
What? You should have told me you were coming here. I would have helped you over here, you silly.
Oh, it's good. I'm fine. No, I wanted to see if I could make it here on my own.
Are you sure you should be walking at all?
Oh, Shizu.
Oh,
I heard what happened.
I can't let this keep me down. Oh, thank you all for worrying.
That's a great attitude to have.
At least let me help you to your desk, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Jeez.
Alright.
As we were going over Shizu, we're just going over the results of your training, last lesson, and what you can improve upon.
Oh, okay.
As I was saying, the villain team really should have used their numbers to their advantage. 3v2 could easily overwhelm and divide and conquer.
Well, we divided a little. It just, thought the stalling method, the plan was gonna work, and it's just barely didn't.
They got a sneak attack in, and what happened with Blake was too concerning.
True. And that leads me on to Blake. I mean, if if it was anyone other than Flex, that move that you pulled, wee bit dangerous. Maybe
Yeah.
Well, if it was anyone other than Flex, then I probably wouldn't have done it.
So that doesn't
True.
make me feel better.
I
Wait,
mean,
what?
that does make sense, yeah.
What?
That doesn't make sense.
How does that not?
It does in a way. It just doesn't
Because
make perfect
she doesn't know
sense.
the anatomy of Flex. It's just an excuse because she got lucky.
Well, I know he can change his state of matter.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can
He did
assume
take
that
a
he
huge
can take
risk.
all the heat out of his body and he'll be just fine. You
When
don't
I'm
know
using
that.
my quirk, I know
fine.
my limits. I think I can know when to stop, unlike
Good.
you.
Stop it early,
Didn't-
but nice.
Didn't you faint?
said-
Moving right
yeah.
along.
Didn't you faint at the end
Let's
of your
move on
fight?
to the other
Shut
hero
up.
in the fight, Shino.
So,
Your quirk
Okay.
is incredibly malleable. It's your only limit is your creativity and imagination. The fact that you just pulled out 2 sticks is kind of limiting.
noted. I'm very much aware of that in terms of what I can make. It's just, I think I put what the drawback is of my quirk in the first place, but obviously, blindness,
True.
reason why I'm limiting how much I use.
Well,
I
they,
think you did awesome.
they
I
did
did
do awesome
too.
indeed.
They did alright, I think.
You did
Back
great.
over to the villains, though. Yuki, it was a great use of your quirk to move about the payload. Exactly what I would have done in your situation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But leaving a teammate alone in a fight is a tad neglectful. Probably should have been best to 2v1 Shino whilst you had the chance.
Probably would have recommended it, to be fair. Kind of surprised you didn't.
Kane's not here right now, but we'll just say right now, they probably should have restrained Kino when they had the chance whilst they were using their quirk.
The quirk definitely works.
Yeah,
Noted.
that's intriguing. Yeah, moving on. Riku and Kyo versus Yudo and Artemis.
Oh, yeah.
What does it mean?
Our fight, yeah.
Both Kyo and Yudo are currently absent, but Kyo his quirk is incredibly well suited for this test. Did pretty much perfectly, even using Riku's quirk to disperse the explosion. It's
Yeah.
a great just example of what Riku could potentially do in the future if they learn to control their explosions.
Yeah, I'll make sure to do that.
Yeah.
But my idea was just to, blow a hole in the building, but that's
what you
no,
do best.
You did a good job, Riku.
Could have done a lot worse.
You
It
did
was
too.
really smart of you guys to do.
Yeah, I
That's really
couldn't.
good.
I wasn't able to even see through any of the windows because of your quirk. It was really smart. Really smart.
Speaking of Artemis's quirk, that was also a fantastic use of it. Using your quirk
Thank you.
is an essential maze to stop the heroes from getting anywhere.
Hmm.
But the fact that both you and Yuto stayed behind is kind of what caused your downfall. Should have sent in Yuto to deal with the threats. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Yudo couldn't use their quirk, so it was kind of more strategic for them to stay back.
Could have sent Yuto in first and then used your quirk. Anyway,
Oh.
moving on to Rin and Lynx versus Roxy and Jack.
Hey.
This was an interesting one. The two Bind Messers going up against one another, but he kept going back and forth. Kind of missed over the obvious. Either Lynx could have made Roxy forget where she was or what she was doing, or Roxy could have rumored Lynx into falling asleep for like 3 minutes. Instead, they just kept trying to make each other forfeit. The last move from the villain team. It was pretty cleverly thought of, using Roxy's hobby to your advantage,
Yeah.
but it was extremely dangerous. From that high up, you're very lucky that Rin and Lynx fell in the water instead of extra damage.
I agree with that. I didn't expect my quirk to do that much damage.
Man, a lot of people almost got really badly injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could say
this
that.
is why we have
Almost
the
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is why we have the rescue bots and Venus on call. And then Rin, again, very apt use of your quirk, very perfect timing. You got trampoline in, very good. Not much to comment on there. And finally, Davis and Cole versus Shizu and Clover.
Hmm.
Positives. Let's start with the positives. Let's keep the mood light. Both Shizu and Clover were very committed to their role.
Yeah, you guys were great.
They treated it like a joke.
Unfortunately, that's
The speech was
about
cool, though.
the positives. Quite frankly, well, let's start with the villain team. Should always be more attentive. Seeing Cole being the only active participant should have made you focus more on him. Plus, softly tackling Davis to the ground isn't exactly a strong hold. Speaking of, Davis! Quite frankly, you need to be just more confident in your own thoughts.
I don't know
Taking
what you
orders.
mean by that.
I mean, you just took orders from Cole. Did nothing from your own thoughts. And taking
Didn't
orders
try.
can be commendable, but it shouldn't come in the way of your own morality or your legal obligation as a hero. Also, could you put the games away whilst we're doing hero training, please?
Right.
Thank you.
And Cole, let's say that you haven't heard a million times already. Well, it was a good thing that you were actively trying to capture the villains and win the exercise. However, ordering Davis to literally break bones, not really
heat of the
suitable
moment.
for this exercise.
I didn't necessarily expect him to be capable of doing such a thing.
Right.
You still ordered it, though.
Yeah. Well, heat of the moment. I was fighting them to alone because he didn't care.
Right. And you need to remember to remain calm in these sort of situations. There is a
At
bomb
least we got
involved.
the job done.
I don't
No
think it was
bomb
very heat
exploded.
of the moment if you don't even feel bad about it.
I don't even feel heat.
I don't. You're right.
That's not how
That's a
it is.
conversation for another day.
I mean, is it really?
Well,
If
it's
that
not
was
what
a real
happens.
bomb, sir, and you were out there in the real world, you would have taken out the villain.
I would have taken him out. I wouldn't have broken his bones.
And what if he kept getting back up unless you broke his bones? You would do it, right?
We have handcuffs. You had capture tape. You were able to restrain the villains without.
And what if his
resorting
quirk
to
allowed him to
physical
get out of it?
In this situation, they didn't.
That's a lot
I'm
of
just
what
saying.
ifs.
Actually, I would say that his quirk probably could let him get out of that. Magnifying.
I'm going
I am correct. You cannot dispute me. Alright,
Matt,
I know how this world works.
Yeah, you think that they would be using only one kind of handcuffs? Have you ever think about that?
We didn't have those.
No. You
Yeah,
had
it also
tape.
wasn't a real bomb and they weren't real villains. Have you ever thought about that?
Have you ever thought about what are you learning if you're holding back? You're learning
Not
to hold
holding
back.
back
Get that through
here.
your head. 5
Listen.
seconds.
Let's move.
Well, it's
on.
not what
Everybody
it's
just
not what
calm down.
it's not what happens, in the moment. It's how you get back up. So, we're moving forward.
And
That's
what
all
if
that
you
matters.
hadn't gotten back up?
Well,
Well, that would be on
I'd rather
Davis.
not think about that.
It wouldn't have just been on Davis.
I'm going to hurt you.
You're lucky
I wouldn't
they
have
did,
told
I'm
him
just
to
saying.
kill him.
You're lucky they did. You're lucky.
But going into detail on that is something that I need to discuss with Cole and Davis at separate times.
Ooh.
Not appropriate there, Flex.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Mhm.
I want you all to reflect on not only your own training, but also each other's. Learn from each other on what you can do to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for evaluations. Now it's time to evaluate yourselves. I'm saying you homework.
Oh, fun.
What
Okay.
what
What do you have in
kind-
mind?
I want you all to write an essay on why you're here. Why do you want to be a hero? Why did you pick Monarch Academy?
Not this question again.
Just
Quite
answer,
frankly,
Flux.
Some people, not only in this class, but older classes, even in 1A, they aren't 100% motivated. So, we need to learn why you're here, We need to help you. And the only way to do that is for you to help us. Now,
How
I'll be
many
expect-
words does the essay have to have?
Page. Yeah, just at least do an entire page's worth. Size 12 font, no double spacing.
APL
Message.
format?
MLA probably.
MLI.
What are
indeed.
either of those?
And do we need to cite
I'll
sources?
tell you later.
Sources really
Sources.
shouldn't.
More of a
Sources are self.
self-reflection.
Yeah, it's an opinion piece, not
And
really.
can we draw pictures in it?
If it doesn't take up the entire page, then yeah.
Darn it.
Can we handwrite it or do we have to type it?
Handwriting is fine.
Do you
Okay,
need
cool.
a laptop?
I don't have
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Now that's all settled. Class is dismissed. And I'll be hoping to receive this evaluation
Artemis,
in a week's time.
Mm-hmm.
I have a spare
Be
laptop
careful.
if you
Okay?
want.
Be careful.
I'm always
Oh,
careful.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
well,
you
I'm
go,
sure
sir.
you're going, would you?
Enjoy.
Whoa, we finished already.
Don't worry
Always
about
careful.
him. He has
Oh,
his
I
own
didn't
inner
have it with me.
turmoil going on. He's just mad at the
I'll
world.
get it to you later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can text me. I have a phone now.
It's
That's
fine.
nice.
You okay?
Shizu, please.
Oh,
I
I'll
don't
see you
know. My
later.
legs are feeling a little bit weak.
Come on, come
Oh,
on, come on, come on.
Jizu, are you
Come on.
okay?
I'm okay.
Grab my hand, grab my hand, grab my hand.
You
Grab my
fell
hand.
over.
Grab my hand. There you go.
Shizu?
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh.
All right.
yeah,
You
can
right,
one of
kiddo?
you guys help
Good.
me? I'm a little bit on the weaker
I
end.
can pick him up.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
want.
I can hold your crutches.
Pick me up.
Wait.
It's
No,
fine.
I mean,
David, it's okay. We've got plenty of hands.
it's
here
okay.
now. Thank you, though. All right. Thank you.
Let's
Appreciate
take you
it. pal.
home.
Keep
Okay.
safe, y'all.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, come on.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to pay a visit. I know it's a bit stressful to think about, but I still want to kind of talk. Let's see. This is it.
The door. Can someone get the door? Anyone? Getting the door. Yeah.
Hi, Cole.
Hi, Shizu.
Uh,
You've rang the wrong doorbell. You're next
no, I'm
door.
pretty sure this is the right one, actually. I wanted to talk with you. Different than usual.
Great. Okay.
Are you not gonna cut? Okay, I guess I can talk to you in the middle of the door. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you
Well,
are
it's cold
comfy.
out there.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty cold. It is pretty cold. You're not gonna invite me in, are you?
No.
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured that. But I just want to say, you did a good job on that win. You did whatever
Oh,
it took.
Thanks.
Yeah. I had a lot of time to think, and I heard that you were, during class and all that, you were getting a lot of flack and having a lot of trouble on my behalf, and I wanted to apologize because of that. I don't think you were in the wrong, even after the fact.
Really? You don't think I was wrong?
No. If anything,
Everyone else thinks I was wrong, but you don't think I was.
Well, yeah, let me say this, and you can tell me if I got the right vibe or anything, but you're someone who will do whatever it takes to get something done the right way the first time, right?
Right?
And I'm confident that that's something this world needs. Someone who's willing to do that. No matter what. But
Really?
that's just, there's always going to be a need for someone like that. And I understand. Cole, do you think I was making fun of you by not fully committing to the role of being a villain during the test?
Making fun of me? No. But not taking it seriously. Absolutely.
Yeah. I know. I was being very vain. Being very difficult. I could have taken that fight seriously, Cole. I just... Truth be told, my quirk is, a lot darker than what I make it seem.
So is everyone's.
Yeah. If I concentrate too hard, then I can end up pulling the minuscule amounts of iron out of your body. Your blood gets thinner, you collapse, then you slowly lose the ability to breathe. I'm a living magnet, Cole.
Yeah.
Imagine being told, as a 5-year-old, to touch a stranger's legs with 2 negative charges in self-defense and watches their legs blast away from the other. I didn't have a great childhood, Cole. Heroes never came to save me from that. Heroes never came to save me from that. I'm a grade A example of the system being unfair, but I still move forward. The one thing I want above everything else is to make others smile like I can't now. I think that's why I'm here. I know I'm talking your ear off, but I don't vent like this to anyone. And I figured as someone who doesn't have any expectations of me, you would listen with no, predisposition like the teachers wanting to uplift or anything like that.
Shizu.
Cole, it's really cold. Can I come in?
I was about to say come in.
Okay. Thank you. Don't mind me, I'm gonna sit down. Can I sit down?
Sit down.
Okay.
You have a dangerous quick. I have a dangerous quick. Davis has a dangerous quick. Most people have a dangerous quick.
Yeah.
The quick doesn't make the person. The person makes the quick.
Who'd you hear that from?
My mom.
She sounds really
my
smart.
Stepmom.
Well, she sounded really
She's
smart.
the most brilliant woman I ever knew.
Wish I could
Anyway.
speak the same about mine.
The point of that is, if you went through all of that, and why do you care about making people smile? Why don't you just care about making a difference? You're more than capable.
I know, being a hero was never the final goal. Being here is never... There's a lot of people here that I read about and see on TV that their only goal is to be famous, not wanting to make a difference. And I don't want to be like that. I want to make people happy and see them prosper, because the common people like me, or people who didn't have any good memories of growing up, can finally have some peace. Cole, you can tell me if I'm going too far with this, but if me dying right now would put a smile on your face, I wouldn't hesitate. I want everyone to smile, including you.
That's dark.
That's how ready I am for my beliefs.
Yeah, and
That's how
it's not
committed.
necessary.
Yeah.
You dying puts a smile on someone's face. They don't deserve to smile.
Yeah, right.
That's not what this was about.
What do you, call... What do you think of my quirk? As a peer that thinks nothing of me.
I think you have one of the most powerful quirks in the class.
Can I be
I think
useful?
that if you used it to full potential, you could be one of the best heroes. I hate that word. You could be one of the best people in the world.
I've always had this thought in my mind that I'm... Excuse my language. That I'm a fucking monster. But...
Shizu, I'm gonna let you in on a secret.
What
I've
is
seen
it
a
called?
fucking monster. You look nothing like it. When I was 6 years old, I was alone. Before my stepmom found me, I was in a car park, and this monster came screaming at me with this bloody, looked like a makeshift saw, screaming he wanted to eat me.
It's terrible. No one come?
My stepmom came. She saved me that night.
Oh.
Without her, I wouldn't be here today. That experience was just one of many that showed me this dark world that we live in. And even more so, what I've seen of heroes.
Mm.
And how they're not actually heroes. They want money, they want fame, and they'll use their hero status to do whatever they want. They're all monsters.
Yeah.
And that bomb exploding exercise, the reason that I took that so serious, there's only one way to stop a bomb, and that's doing whatever it takes as fast as possible.
And I get
You
that.
never know when it's going to explode. You never know how much time you have. You don't even know if you can defuse the bomb. So I didn't want to mess around and waste time, because then so many people and myself would end up just like my mother.
That's why I don't blame you, Cole. It was the right call. I always have this problem. I never blame other people. You know? I have a habit of shouldering all of it, so. Speaking of that,
Shizu.
I should probably get going then. I don't want to
Before
be a
you go,
nuisance.
just know. Sorry that you had to go through it. It wasn't personal.
I accept the apology. It's fine. Well, if it's worth anything, Cole, I'm sorry for being a nuisance most of the time. If you want, I can be real with you like I am now whenever you'd like to talk. Otherwise, I'll see you in school as my usual happy-go-lucky self.
And I'll continue to ignore you.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Bye, Cole.
Bye, Shizu.